scary. It's scary because this is how all horror movies start. I'm shitting my pants. Early at work, and I was like, I cancelled my Japanese lessons, and I was like, okay, let me test my driving because I'm not used to driving an automatic. So I'm like, let me test my driving and drive out today, right? Guys, so kifitile no, but I can't. It's scary. It's scary because this is how all horror movies start. I'm shitting my pants. I think I'll go and then I'll come back here with somebody because I thought I'm gonna find people, but there's no one in the parking lot and it's so small, so it can't happen today. I mean, I didn't need to be this brave to come out in the wild alone. I mean, I don't have to be this bold all the time. I'm literally mad at myself, so I'm just gonna go to a cafe and then go to the coast because it's near the coast, and then this waterfall looks pretty, but I'm gonna come back because baby, no. And yeah, so I drove away from that place where it was scary and it was almost my death because Billy, I was scared. I was scared. I'm not a person that gets scared easily, but I was scared. Literally, my camera is shaking and but I had to drive back. So I drove to a cafe that is very famous for people that reside in this prefecture. It's a cafe by the coast, so I'm just going to check it out and hope there is some sort of something worth it besides the view, because a lot of it has to do with the view. But it is raining right now. It started raining. We are in the rainy season. It just began. I think I think it's gonna be the rainy season. It's gonna rain for the next couple of weeks, 3 weeks maybe. And yeah, I bought a car. And yeah, we're gonna be driving a lot, really far. The fortunate thing with Japan is that you cannot drink and drive. Not a sip of alcohol, not like in South Africa where they say the limit. They cannot find a sip of alcohol in your system. And the crazy thing, or the good thing, is that if you know somebody is drinking and they drive, if you know that person is going to be driving and you let them drive and don't report them, you will also get into trouble. I will be driving to a whole lot of places because you don't be kiratadilo, and this is my thing. this is the mountain. No, this is not the mountain, but there is water gushing out there. I don't know if that is part of the waterfall system in the area, but I was somewhere behind this mountain. I think I was going all the way around it to the other side. But yeah, man, it was pretty wild. Oh, and one of the crazy things about that whole situation was because I want a network, banang 0-0. Hey, my hands are still shaking. I want a 0-0. I want a nix, no network service provider.
But guys, I'm finally back in my area, and it's currently around 8 p.m. and I did some shopping. I got plants. I got, like, as an adult, kuhlezi nje khona into kumele uyithenge, kumele uphethe, kumele ucabange, kumele. So stressful. Like, I'm the only expense in my life. Anginayo ingane, anginayo umzi, anginayo black takes. I don't have black takes. I don't have a kid. I'm my only expense. But hypo, we need to recall all of this, because no. Mina, my dream in life is ukuthi sibuyele kule setup yokuthiwa we are hunter gatherers. We spend our days hunting for food. They say we chill under a tree, sihleke silale sidle. Phela lapha. Leya ama ambitions ya, we build it, hey, we solve it. But guys, ngempela, are we for real? This is it. But anyways, I'm coming here because today it's Mayo's going away party. Yeah, later today I'll be going to Maya's place. We're gonna have dinner. Hey guys, so today it's Friday. It is sports day at school, so I only attended like 2 matches because it was only volleyball at school that I could view because of COVID restrictions. So I got the rest of the day off, and I decided to go to Maruoka Castle, which is about 30 minutes drive from where I live. Marajonum problem go Maruoka Castle is not exactly, it's 30 minutes by Japanese standards because you drive 50 kilometers an hour. You cannot drive anything more than that. Guys, it is such a mental thing for me to be driving here because how speedy dial speed, you know, it's like if you're driving comfortably, it's like at 80 kilometers an hour, and you can't even go that high here. So you have to be driving at like 50 kilometers an hour, and that is a mental thing because I have to keep checking myself for it. Because yeah, driving and then like not be mindful, and something is just telling me but I can't, so I have to keep checking myself because 50 kilometers an hour, we don't even drive that slow, guys. So maybe we're at an estate, yes, you'd go at 50 kilometers an hour. But anyway,
inside the castle because my camera had died. It was making this weird sound and it wouldn't come on. Yo, I was making a little stressy because it's not in the budget. But now it looks like we're back live. But this is a sign that I should get a new camera. As an adult, you always need something. Here's another expense out of the blue. And about the castle was made in the 1600s, so it's a really old castle, which is really special because they were able to maintain it for that long. This integral infrastructure is so intact, which is a plus. It was basically owned by lords, rich people that would live there, and then they would kind of take care of the area type of thing. And it has been owned by various lords. Inside it's pretty basic, there's not much inside, but it has a great view, and the windows, the breeze that comes through there, oh my word, it is currently very hot. I thought we were in the rainy season, but today it's sunny. There are clouds, but not as bad. And the castle is pretty big from the outside. Inside not so much, it's not that spacious. It has 3 floors. And the interesting about it is that the interesting thing that happened is that the guide that was there, this old man, obviously does not speak English, but he was able to find a guide for a pamphlet for me that is in English, and he offered it to me, which is nice. And he was trying to explain that the various windows were used as security for the people that live in the castle. So it was used to, like, people used to be able to see the enemies approaching. There was a stone drop. One of the windows was used as a stone drop, so they would have like rocks and they would drop. And the guide was able to explain that. Well, he wasn't able to explain that. He just said stone drop and showed me how it was it would happen. And then there was also the other window was used for arrows, bow and arrows, I think. That's what he was explaining. And then the smaller windows, they would have, I don't know if it was guns or bows and arrows, but smaller ones. But it was basically for the security people to be able to see the enemies approaching and attack, which is interesting because this castle doesn't have a body of water around it currently. I don't know if it used to have, because a lot of castles have a body of water around it as a security measure, because I mean, how fast can you run if you have to go through water and into the castle? And if there is defense, how fast can you run away from that if you are going to go into water? The water wasn't big enough for you to have a ship, but it was a great security measure. I think even in Scotland and the European castles, they have the same thing. Around castles there's a body of water. So yay, a history lesson from me, right? Malovanel geography to deal history. Hearing small, baby. It's an art in Japan. They also have something called haiku, which is like a 3-sentence poem. So I think this is a thing for Japanese art. So it's like keep it short.
Hey guys, it is Saturday today and I'm going out to a city. Was it a city or a town? Not so far from here. I think it's about 45 minutes drive, and I'll be spending the day there. And I did a bit of research about it, but not so much. So I'm just gonna try wing it for the day, and then I'm gonna have dinner later today in the city, in the local city in Fukui. Hyper guys, ngifikile angisho kodwa nyamaza 40 kilometers an hour. I am convinced uba lazy signs on the road zisho 40 miles per hour. Guys, wema 40 kilometers ngafika lana but 30 kilometers an hour, which makes sense because these streets are narrower and there are a lot of people on the roads. But ngithole into ezongigulisa, izongihlanyeza ngiyitholile indlela zaseJapan. Oh my word. No. Ah. I've been looking forward to coming out in the wild because that's my steez. So I'm happy about this. It's pretty wild, of course, with human enhancement for our comfort. But I like the rainforest type of thing. I think Ishikawa is going to be my next favorite place because there are a lot of mountains, so I'm guessing a lot of hiking trails. I just need to find a friend or a partner to do this with. But hey, I'm happy. I like it. I almost stepped onto a snake, and it was big. It was like 2 meters long, and it was camouflaged to look like the cobbles in the walkway, on the walkway. So it was brownish with black, and of course I didn't have time to look at whether or not it's venomous or wrong. I mean, like, that's the thing that only happens for documentaries.
but it was so big. And what happened was that I was going in the direction that it was going, so I didn't meet it face to face. I met it at the tail, and it was about to go into the walkway where I was about to step. Oh my word. So I had to wait for these guys to pass so that I can go with them. I didn't say anything because it crossed over down into the river, and then I walked behind them all the way to the cafe. But that was a nice place. I enjoyed it. Of course, I love mountains. I feel like my nickname should be Yama, which is like mountain Japanese for mountain. I love mountains.